Even if you are the kindest, most considerate person who has many friends, your hamster might not pay much attention to you. Well, don't take it personally. Hamsters are adorable small pets. They are naturally inquisitive, which makes it entertaining to watch them in their cages. Hamsters don't necessarily trust people. However, they can be tamed rather quickly and easily. You might think that having a hamster would entail lots of affection and cuddles. But you will need to invest some time and effort before you can handle your hamster in public without them becoming alarmed. When working with your hamster, try not to rush it or get impatient. Instead, take your time, be gentle, and pay close attention to how they seem to be feeling throughout the many stages of the bonding process. Hello, welcome to another episode of Wildlife Free. In this episode, we're going to give you some advice on how to win your hamster's trust in this episode. So stay tuned and don't forget to thumbs up the video and subscribe to our channel. Number 1, Home Sweet Home. Ensure your hamster has a cage that is the right size, ideally with multiple floors and lots of room to roam. Hamsters love having ample room to walk about and explore, even though they are little animals. Every night, wild hamsters scamper for miles. They'll be very happy if they have an ample room. Toys and wheels should be provided for them to play with, and the bottom of the cage should be deep enough for them to dig into the nesting material underneath. It is typically advised that your hamster's cage be at least 2 square feet in size. Number 2, find the right spot. Giving your hamster some time to adjust to their new environment is necessary if you want to earn the hamster's trust. The process of acclimatization for your hamster will go more smoothly if you select an appropriate location for its cage. Your hamster will do best in a warm environment, one that does not have any drafts in particular. Your hamster could become anxious or confused if there is a lot of human activity in the area, so try to limit how many people are in there as much as possible. The typical bedroom is not an ideal location for a hamster cage due to the fact that hamsters are nocturnal and will make loud noises while you're trying to get some shut-eye. So if you want to have a peaceful night, think twice about keeping them in your bedroom. 3, allow him to acclimate to his environment. Many animals, even hamsters, are significantly more perceptive of odors than people. Some fragrances are connected to safety, while others connected to danger. For them to feel secure around you, you want them to connect your fragrance with security. They are in a brand new cage when you welcome your new hamster home. Compared to the animal store or their prior residence, your room smells quite different. New individuals who smell different are all around them all of a sudden. If they are young, this might be their first time being separated from their nest mates. A hamster finds all of this frightening, so their first need is a private area where they can feel secure. Being handled and bothered will be the last thing they need. For a few days, allow them to adjust to their new surroundings and the odors for a few days by leaving them alone. So they can create a nest, disseminate their smell throughout the cage, and possibly store some food during this time. 4, stay close to the cage. Your hamster may want to hide in his cage for the first few days as you approach it. They might still be hesitant around you and in their new environment. While you're around, your hamster should eventually get relaxed enough to engage in typical hamster behaviors like exploring their cage. They might feel more relaxed and at ease with you if you speak to them in a low, gentle voice. You don't have to remain beside their cage for a long time. See how they respond to you by trying to stand there for several minutes at least. Continue conversing with them when you catch them doing their regular activities while you are close by. Their adjustment will be abiding by the sound of your voice. When you are close to their cage, think of giving them treats. They won't likely be ready to accept them from your hand, so put them at the bottom of their cage. 5, create a schedule. Don't touch them yet. Just replace the food and water daily. If they seem surprised at first, don't worry. They will begin to become accustomed to your hands entering and exiting the cage, and come to understand that your presence denotes fresh water and food. If necessary, add tissue paper or additional bedding. If you can, try to do this regularly each day. Since hamsters are more awake at night, late evening is best. They will get used to you coming by each day to provide them with nutritious food and water. You may notice that they emerge from their nest to observe you or rush to the food bowl as soon as you are finished. 6, the bonding time. First, you make sure that your hand is outside of the enclosure's wire or mesh. Never get so close to them that they could touch you if they reached out. Let them sniff you, or just be in the same room with you so they can get used to your scent. Alternatively, you could place a small piece of cloth that was cut from an old shirt or sweater inside their enclosure so that they can become accustomed to the smell of your body odor being nearby. If it seems like your hamster is comfortable with you being there, you might want to try putting your hand inside their cage so that you can pet them. It is not recommended that you approach the hamster first. Place your hand inside and then remain there with it. These naturally inquisitive animals will approach this intriguing new thing for a sniff if they believe it to be safe for them to do so. You might want to try rewarding it every time you put your hand inside the cage by offering it a snack. It is possible that it will immediately climb onto your hand and eat the treat if you are fortunate. It is perfectly normal for hamsters to sniff your fingers before proceeding to ignore you. You should move the treat closer to the top of your hand so that she will have an easier time reaching for it. It's possible that she'll feel so much better that she'll want to completely cling to your hand. 7. Don't be the Hulk. The hamster will probably feel at ease with your proximity once they try to reach this stage. The fluff ball must now be attempted to be picked up for the first time. Slowly approach your hamster. Ideally, they will have reached this stage when they are either indifferent toward you or are willing to approach you. Put your hand over their chest and tummy to safely pick them up. Lift the hamster out of the cage gently. You'll need to perform this scooping action first, but ultimately, they might learn to climb onto your hand to be hauled out. Never pick up your hamster by the neck or in any other way besides grabbing their chest and tummy. Your hamster may become fearful of you if you inflict any form of harm on them. They may also be less inclined to want to maintain the connection with you. Being trusted by hamsters is beneficial because they are such adorable pets. If you follow these tips, you will quickly have a healthy, comfortable hamster who entirely trusts you. That's all for today. See you in our next episode. Press the bell icon for future updates. Till then, goodbye and take care.